Mental aspects of wide receiver play are extremely important, and I have a saying that no detail is too small to be coached, and I pride myself on being a detail guy, being a detail coach, and over time I think that has proven to be successful. When you're detailed and you understand detail and how important it is to your success, and that's what this group is so fortunate because it's a senior laden group, and I always said this: the best teachers are players. Watching Chris Smith come out of a break the right way really helps Freddie Brown. And so this group has really done a nice job.
About Chad and just the year he's had. I mean, it's almost night and day from last season to this year, production-wise.
Right. Chad is an outstanding football player. He's one of the smartest football players I've ever been around. He understands detail. He understands concepts, not only at his position, but he understands all the positions. He understands protections. Chad has talked to me about when he's done playing, he's interested in coaching, and he'll be a heck of a coach at some point someday, but he's been a great leader for our group.
Are you almost uniquely qualified to kind of give perspective to how these Big Ten schools feel about, getting the chance to go up against SEC schools and have that kind of stage?
I think so. I've been in the Big Ten a long time. I played in the Big Ten and coached in the Big Ten for a lot of different years. And the SEC, without question, is the best football conference in the country. And everybody, when they get an opportunity to play against the best, they're going to step their game up. We're going to get an absolute fastball from Northwestern. They haven't won a bowl game in a long time. Pat does a great job of motivating his kids, his football team. We are going to get their absolute best shot on Tuesday, and we got to understand that.
When you look back at this season, it's such a transition for you, quickly getting into it. What are some of the notes that you'll take from this season and things that you'll remember most?
Again, to me, the greatest thing is just coming to Starkville, Mississippi. The people have been so awesome to me. My wife welcomed us very, very quickly. This football team welcomed me. Dan Mullen is one thing I've really learned in the short period of time is it's all about leadership, the head coaching leadership, and Dan Mullen just has done an outstanding job here. My appreciation and respect for him has grown each day since I've been here, because I've sat in that chair and I understand how challenging that chair is. But again, and being in the SEC, going through a gauntlet like we went through with Alabama and LSU, Texas A&M, that's big time stuff, and it's exciting to me.
What do you think you've taken?
I mean, we took tremendous strides from our freshman year to right now. You can see a great amount of difference. Coach Knox is a great coach. I mean, he just coaches up. He not only coaches up to be a great running back, he coaches up to be a great man in life. I mean, in just everything. I mean, that's just amazing how he do it.
The run game has struggled the last 4 or 5 games, so I'm sure y'all are taking steps to fix that. What kind of things have you been focusing on?
I mean, basically pressing the line, getting defense over, and just floating out low pad level and just stay balanced.
What's the most fun thing you've done this week off the field?
Latitude 30.
Okay.
We went there last night. We had a little blast. I brought my auntie and my little cousins out there, and the team was out there. So we went bowling. We had karaoke night. Me, Derek, and all them, Michaela, we all had karaoke. We were singing in the club. So we had a great time.
Hey, what were you singing? I heard Nick James was singing something. What did you sing?
We song In the Club by 50 Cent.
Oh, In the Club. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Dak talked about this being kind of pretty cool experience for the team, kind of like camp in a way, but maybe a little more fun.
Yeah, it's
starting to see that you get to have this kind of stage.
Yeah, it's wearing down. I mean, I got 2 more and it's all good. I'm excited about it. We've been working hard, and I think we're going to be all right.
What are some of the things? I mean, it's your last game, so is the mental focus a bit difficult in that regard, to just kind of keep working on things as you keep going throughout these last couple weeks?
Not really. I mean, it gets emotional knowing it's your last game, but we're still here to win a football game. And the coaches do a good job of making sure we understand that, and that's the main thing. So, I mean, game plan will be all right, but, I mean, it does get emotional sometimes.
2 years ago is 2 years ago, but obviously you still on the sidelines and watch, your guys have so much success in the past game. It's a very, very similar type of defense. You've got to imagine somebody's going to have a breakthrough performance on New Year's Day.
it's set up for any one of us to have a big game. We all could have a big game. I mean, just what they've shown on defense and what they've shown on film in the past. So we're looking forward to it.
What has Coach Brewster meant, to you? Just only being with him for a year, and it almost seemed like you were kind of coaching him as he was coaching you. Here's how we do things. Okay, here's how I can help you individually.
Yeah, he's been good to me. A bunch of small stuff he's been helping us with, but he's also helped me. When he got here, not knowing the offense and basically telling him what's going on gave me a better understanding of the offense too. So he's helped in a lot of ways.
Coach Brewster mentioned that against Northwestern, we talked about the numbers that they give up, but said you just got to be patient with them. What's he mean by that?
Yeah, I mean something late in the game. I mean, what we're trying to do on offense may not be there early. We just got to be patient and stick with it, and then maybe it'll come up later.
All right, Gabe. I know y'all have had some problems with the running game lately. What have y'all done to kind of address that up front?
Just work on the basic things like fundamental and footwork and just hand placement and all that, and then we didn't got better at it.
Dan said at one point that Ole Miss game, y'all had like 3 plays in a row somebody went the wrong way. Is it just a matter of guys knowing what they're supposed to do?
No, it's just a lack of focus that we had, and just had to get back to what we were good at doing, and that's working hard and being fundamental sound and know what we're doing and sort of do.
I know you've got the possibility of going pro after this year. I don't know how much you're thinking about that right now, but have you got any feedback yet from the NFL? Thought about it?
I'm just thinking about the Gator Bowl right now and going to get this win.
How much different does it feel for you just being back here after 2 years ago when you were just kind of coming down?
How much different it feels?
How different does it feel for you?
A little bit since I'm older, and
more of a leadership role for you this time.
And it don't really seem like it was too long ago. So I mean, I feel like it's just deja vu all over again, just with different people I'm playing with or some.
A year ago, talking to coaches about you, they were saying even then you're the most consistent player, and here you are a year later, and they're still saying the same thing. How do you think you've gotten better just in that year? What have you improved on? Is it maybe your pass blocking?
Yeah, my pass blocking improved a lot since, especially my first year playing, and just working on just looking at other guys and see what works for them, and watching film of other guys see what works and trying it out and just keep working stuff until I found out was my best fit.
I know the coaches obviously are working with
Tobias Smith,
with other guys to improve on what needs improving on. How much do you take a role in helping these younger, newer guys to fix things?
I mean, just like a little bird in the ear, trying to help them out here and there, let them listen to coach what he says, and just tell them little things that I know that'll help work too, and kind of help help coach them up along with Coach Evans.
Talking to Coach Hevesy, he says it's pretty simplistic. If you get a draft grade of first round, he tells you to go. In the middle round, he maybe tries to urge you to come back. Is that kind of your line of thinking? You get a middle round feedback that maybe you come back and try to get that first round?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah. It's a lot of money in that first round.
Yeah.
Being able to finish off on a good note this year, I mean, it's and just what, if any, differences you feel like when being back here from 2 years ago?
Anytime we get to go to a big-time bowl game like this is special, and we're going to try to make the best opportunities to end on a good foot.
How does Tyler look to you this week? I mean, I know that he was coming out of the Egg Bowl a little bit, gimpy, a little bit beat up. Have you kind of seen him at 100% this week?
Oh yeah, he returned the rep form. He's back to doing the things he was doing before. He heard this whatever it was he heard. I don't know what it was, but
were you guys able? What were some of the things you guys were able to pinpoint after the Egg Bowl that you guys have been just kind of consistently struggling with and kind of working on this week?
With the time off, we got to work on our individual techniques and stuff. And on down the season, they kind of wear off because the body get tired and you're not able to do the same stuff you was at the beginning of the season. So we got back to doing the things that we weren't doing at the end of the season.
What kind of things, with the run game, do you feel like are critical to getting you guys going in that regard?
Really just starting to come off the ball and setting the line of scrimmage so we can establish the run early.
Tobias, do you think Gabe's been maybe the most consistent guy out of you guys? I know you want to say yourself, but I mean, 3 years, he's been starting every game, and just you don't see him taking a downward spiral or turn in any game.
That's why he's in the standing here now, because he's a great player, and he has been since he's been playing.
I think he'll continue that tradition of guys maybe going in the first round, maybe not this year, but maybe next year.
I mean, let's hope, because if that happens, then Mississippi State gonna be in a good standing. So let's hope so.
You think he'd be a very good NFL lineman from things you talked to him about?
Oh yeah, Gabe big. I mean, 6'4", 3 whatever how much he is. I think someone like 383, something like that. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, Gabe got all the tools to be a great NFL lineman, and I think he will be that.
Tobias, how's your body feeling right now at the end of this season? You know, you got some rest during the season, so you feel like you're pretty fresh for this game?
Oh yeah, I think I'm feeling as good as I can be at this moment.
What do you see from this defense, this front seven especially? They're pretty good stopping the run, so what's the key to getting your running back some yards?
Just really coming out the ball and playing our game. They're a good offensive line. They're a good defensive line, good team. But I think we're a good offensive line, so it's going to be a battle.
I think, Tobias, when a lot of people think Big Ten defense, Big Ten front seven, they think big, just really, really big people with not a whole lot of speed. What do you see out of Northwestern? Do they kind of change it up a little bit every now and again?
Yeah, they're big. They're pretty athletic also. Sometimes they try to create mismatches. They play linebacker or DN, sometimes move the DN to the inside to try to get a good pass rush. So they mix it up, and they do a good job with that.
What do you think of that? All that SEC Big Ten talk, SEC speed versus Big Ten. You guys have faced a Big Ten team, here the last 3 years. What have you noticed from Michigan, and what have you noticed about this Northwestern team? Do they? I guess everybody wants to talk about the Big Ten being slow, but what have you seen? What do you think?
I don't think they're slow. I think they're very disciplined and they do what they do well.
What their linebackers? They're pretty big, and they got some big bruisers there.
Yeah, they're big. They're pretty stout, and they physical, and we're gonna have to be physical with them.
Tim Brewster is saying the offense has just got to be patient in this game. What do you think he means by that?
Just everybody just not trying to do more than what you're supposed to do. Just play within yourself and play within the system. If we do that, then we're gonna be successful come Tuesday.
How much pressure to get that running game going again? Ladarius and Les Kenning, they talked about the missed assignments and just staying on blocks. So kind of feel that a little bit from them, that pressure just to improve.
Yeah, we got to get Ladarius to 1,000 yards. We talked about that in one of our meetings before. And me and him actually got into an argument about it because I was saying it was on him, and he was saying it was on us. So we're gonna try to our best.